This is the Country Hour with Kelly Buchanan on ABC Radio Queensland.
The Western Downs community hosted the first Queensland Community Renewables Forum in Miles yesterday to learn more about the challenges and opportunities of large-scale renewable energy development in the region. About 120 people registered for the forum, which is the first in a series that's been organised by the renewable energy, agriculture and government sectors. Queensland Renewable Energy Council Chief Executive Katie-Ann Mulder said the day was a good opportunity to hear community hopes and concerns.
For this region, they're used to the project-specific engagements with the community. What we felt was really important, particularly in this region, was that there was an industry level of engagement with the community. A lot of the issues that were raised today that you were here to hear about aren't specific to any one project. They're pretty standard across most renewable energy projects. So starting that industry level engagement of what a community should expect from projects.
And some of the speakers today, whether they were industry or government, have said that, it's probably 5 years, too late to have these chats, but at least something's happening now. And there was quite frank and open discussions about that. Why did we have to wait 5 years?
What's happened in Queensland is we had the release of the Queensland Energy and Jobs Plan in September 2022. That wasn't that long ago. That was not even 2 years ago. So, that stake in the ground from the Queensland government certainly was a bit of a flag to investors, overseas investors, Australian-based investors, to get into renewable energy development. And I think it's fair to say that they have answered that call to come and help the government in building out the new modern energy system for Queensland, replacing the coal fleet with renewable energy development.
What was some of the feedback that you've got from people attending today?
I think it was pretty spot on what we expected. I think we're keen to engage on an industry level on what the community would like to see from industry, would like to see from government, but also a bit of a call to arms for the community as well as, work together to talk to us about what you want. One of the big questions that was raised today is what is the enduring benefit of renewable energy development in the region? So we would really like to know what do communities, because it's going to be different wherever you go. An answer for Miles is going to be different to the answer in Hughenden, and it's going to be different to the answer in Rocky. So what is that? And then how can we respond to that? We heard from WinLab today, which is about saying we're about empowering the community. So tell us what you would like to see, and we would like to be part of that.
Yeah, so obviously we got various opinions from the crowd today. And, do you think it's good to have these more open and frank discussions with the community and stakeholders? Do you think they appreciate it a little bit more and we show the human side a bit more?
Yeah, I think they do. I think a lot of the comments we heard, and you mentioned it before, is, why weren't we doing this 5 years ago? So there's definitely a need, there's definitely a want to come together as a community, industry and government to talk about, what does this look like in the region? How can we work together to make it work? I think it's fair to say that, some regulation isn't in place yet, and the government was very open about that, particularly in regards to decommissioning. This region, which is has seen the rise of the coal seam gas industry in the last 2 decades, I think it's easy to forget, if you're not from here, that there is actually a legacy here, a good legacy, and also there are some lessons that we need to take forward from that as well, from that development. Some of those things are things like decommissioning. Now, decommissioning is a little bit different in renewables as what it is in resources, in the resources sector, which we heard today. But it doesn't mean that it's not important, and it needs to be sorted out, because it is the what if scenario of what if the developer goes bust? What if they can't find a buyer? What if those sorts of things? It's those sorts of things that the community, landholders, neighbours need to have confidence that there is a plan in place by industry, by government, that they're not going to be the ones left holding it.
Queensland Renewable Energy Council Chief Executive Katie-Ann Mulder speaking to Brandon Long. We hope to bring you some more stories from that forum over the next few days. You're listening to the Queensland Country Hour, and I'd love to hear from you.